Our first matchup on tap, though, the odds makers may not see this one as the most exciting that we have on our bowl slate. It is the Frisco Bowl with UTSA, a 12-point favorite against Marshall. This game carries an over-under of 52.5 points, and it kicks off Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. At Toyota Stadium in Frisco. It's a place I've been to multiple times for my days living in the DFW metro area, including this bowl game in 2021 where UTSA was there the last time playing San Diego State. Let me tell you, UTSA fans travel. They are going to be packing this place. Probably outnumber Marshall 2-1, 3-1 maybe. And San Antonio's not a short jog to North Dallas by any stretch, but I do expect UTSA to have a decided fan advantage, almost like a home game in this one here. If we're looking at Marshall, they're without their starting quarterback, Cam Fancher. Their best offensive lineman's not playing. Starting at quarterback, Cole Pennington. If that sounds familiar to you, that's because he is the son of Chad Pennington, who is also a Marshall great. Cole, has some big shoes to fill. We'll get into his analysis in a minute here, but they're also missing a starting safety. Looks like running back Rasheen Ali will play. I haven't seen anything that says otherwise, but keep your eyes peeled for that as we have just about 24 hours from time of recording here. It's been a tough year offensively for Marshall. In their final 4 losses on the season, they were held to under 10 points each. UTSA, on the other hand, they are top 40 in points per drive allowed. The defense has been playing very well this season. The line has moved heavily in favor of UTSA. They opened at -8.5. That was bet to as high as -13.5. I saw -14 hit before coming back down the other way. This does look like it is going to be the last rodeo for Frank Harris, who's been at UTSA for, I don't know, 6 years, 5 years. Now, I think this is year 6 for him, and this is probably his last game in a Roadrunner uniform, although I have no idea how long kids can play anymore. So UTSA, they did manage to turn things around this season. After a 1-3 start, they won 7 straight before losing their finale to Tulane, in which they had 5 turnovers. I remember if you were a UTSA backer in that game, you were pulling your hair out. Now, this Cole Pennington kid, no touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, a 44 passer rating. Fancher was the definition of average, but Pennington has just been atrocious this year. But as we've seen so far in bowl season, some of these unknown guys who didn't perform very well during the regular season can come in and have a inspired performance. But the numbers, the film, everything is telling me that this Cole Pennington kid, not the best option for this bowl game.
Brett, his dad, Chad, had this guy, I forget his name, something like Randy Moss, I think, someone to throw to out there his years at Marshall. I'm not sure Cole has a Randy Moss on the receiving chart this weekend in this bowl game. As for Frank Harris, Brett, so he's been in college since 2017. Now, he did not play in 2017. He did not play in 2018, but he was on the UTSA roster starting in 2017. It has been 7 years of college football for Frank Harris. This is his last rodeo, as you said. Brett, while my model is not optimized for bowl season, I am 5-2 straight up right now at time of recording, and this is a game that I actually feel pretty confident about in favor of UTSA. In the preseason, I projected UTSA the number 54 best team to go 8-4. Not only did the Roadrunners go 8-4, but they finished the year number 57 in the power ratings. So the model had a really good read on this team from the jump, Brett, and I'm projecting them to get the win in this one. For Marshall, a 5-game losing streak in the middle of the season led to what was ultimately a disappointing year. Thundering Herd won 1 fewer game than expected, and their K-Ford power rating fell 4.5 points over the course of the season. By my numbers, this is the worst team in Huntington, Brett, since 2016.
Yeah, Kelly, when you said it was a disappointing year in Huntington, when I can't trust a certain offense, I tend to look at unders. This game is an underplay for me. I think UTSA will be able to score, but this isn't your Marshall defense that we've seen in the recent past. But I have serious doubts about how they're going to be able to get on the board. There's a strong rush defense from the Roadrunners. Ali was held to less than 60 yards 3 times in the back half of this season. I don't think that we'll get 21 either as a Marshall team total, so I'm fine taking the under 20.5 team total there, but this is an underplay to me for UTSA and Marshall just because I don't think Marshall's going to be able to score, especially without their starting quarterback at play here.